Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the O'Grady Field in Salem. This is the 36th annual Gallant Tournament. Lynn is on a tear. They lost the first game. You probably saw here on TV 15. They lost to Danvers. Since then, they've won 3 in a row. They're on a binge offensively. They've outscored their opposition 41-5. They beat Beverly, they beat Swampscott, and he beat Marblehead. Now, a tall task for Lynn. They have to beat Peabody twice. This is the first. This could be the championship game if Peabody wins. If Lynn wins, they would play again here tomorrow night for all the marbles. Jeff Earp, Rich Avery, Jimmy Burt, Dave Galizzi in the dugout. They've done a nice job. And the kids have done a nice job. Now, if you're wondering why Peabody has different uniforms, they have 2 divisions in Peabody, and what they do is they can combine the 2 leagues. So some of them are wearing they wear their team uniforms. Hit in the center field for a base hit. Ryan Amaral leads it with a base hit. I told you they've been on a tear. Amaral's played very well. The whole team has played really well. They had a little meltdown in the first game. They gave up 5 runs in 1 inning. They made 3 errors and walked a couple, hit a batter, and they wound up losing 9-5 to Danvers. But since then, they've been really hitting the ball hard. This is Christian Figueroa. They've only got him out twice in the tournament. He's having a terrific tournament. Hit foul, out of play. This is the 36th annual Gallant, and we've been here virtually all of them. It's the first time back in Salem. They played for 2 years in Beverly because this field was being done over. And they've done a tremendous job. We have to go out here in the outfield and get up high so we can see over the high fence they put all the way around. 3-1 the count to Christian Figueroa. In for a strike, Joe Bagliari, who's the Division 15 commissioner, is behind the plate. I apologize, I don't know who the base umpire is. Hit the shot, they get 1. They throw the ball away at first. They get the one front runner. 6-4, they knock Amaral down. Figueroa will take his place at first base. Josh Doney is the hitter. He pitched a terrific game last night. Outstanding. He gave up 1 run. It was a home run for Marblehead. He shut Marblehead down. Struck out 10. Ended on a very high note with a strikeout. Put an exclamation point on the win. And he's got some big hits in the tournament for Lynn. Bats left, throws left. Solid shot. 1 hop to the fence. Just got through saying how he bombs the ball, and he bombs it again. Came close, shot hop to the fence, dead center field. Got all of that one. Second and third with 1 out for Nick Catone, the third baseman. He's had a nice tournament. He's got some big hits in clutch spots for RBIs. And he's played very well in the infield. at third base. And the defense for Lynn has been good, except for that first game against Damas, 1 inning. Defense has played well. Hit high in the air behind first base. Long run. Can't get there. Runs out of real estate. First baseman, Anisi. The count goes 2 strikes. Nate would love a base hit, but he wants to put the ball in play to get the run home. And it hit him. I was wondering if it was a foul ball or wild pitch. They call it a hit batsman. And Jake Peterson will be the hitter. He's been outstanding. He pitched a terrific game. And I've got most of the Peterson family sitting right next to me. You're probably going to hear him. Up and away for a ball. So Lynn threatening to get on the board first. Bases loaded, 1 out. Up and away, 2-0. He got the win against Swampscott, pitching a shutout. In for a strike. 2 on the count. He's the Lynn second baseman in this one. Hit back to the pitcher. They get 1, and they get 2. Peabody gets out of it. Looked like it might be a hit up the middle. Instead, the pitcher helps himself, Smith. So it's a 1-2-3 double play. So Lynn is down in the first. They threaten, but they don't get on the board. They got a couple of hits. A hit batsman. The concession stand is rattling off the bargain basement. They've got everything marked down because this could be the last game of the season. Gil McGalva had a tremendous game. His game on the mound. Struck out 15 batters. Smith, the pitcher, will lead off for Peabody, helping himself, getting out of a jam. Looked like Lynn was going to get on the board first, and he takes that momentum away with an outstanding play and got it to the catcher. And Howlett made a real nice play to the first baseman, Anisi, to complete the double play and get out of the inning without giving up a run. So Ole Miss, the momentum, changed sides very quickly. And now James Smith, the pitcher, will try to help himself. He throws left and bats right. The sun comes out bright. It threatened all day to rain. Good pitch for a strike. Galva threw a lot of those first pitch strikes in his last outing. Chopped foul. Looked like he changed up a little bit. Strike 3 call. Good start. Jerry Tolentino, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Another one of those first pitch strikes. The sun has come out brightly. I mentioned it rained a little bit during the day. It got dark, cloudy, overcast. And the threat was that there was going to be heavy rains, but it was down to the south. It's had some up in the north, but further up in the north, and we missed it, thank God. They were able to play. Call, third strike. Great start. Outstanding pitch in the corner. If he keeps it there, he's going to be tough. Jake Jean-Pierre is the hitter. He's the center fielder for Peabody. Here's that first pitch strike. Looked like he threw a little bit of a hook that time. That one hooked outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Low for a ball. 2-1. Cal Donnie is behind the plate. He's done an exceptional job catching all 4 games. And he had a very big hit against Swampscott to score 1-0. He got a big 3-run double. And Lynn never looked back. They won the game 8-0. His double made it 4-0. In for a strike, looked like he threw a hook. And the count goes full, 3-2. The payoff pitch. You could hear the Lynn fans next to me. They wanted that one. Jean-Pierre took a look at that one. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. But he draws a walk. Alex Jackson, the extra hitter. And this is, I mentioned when we did the last couple of games, is Little League, but it's not Little League. There are a few differences. Solid shot into center field for a base hit. Extends the inning. Puts runners at first and second. And Matt Smith, the shortstop, will be the hitter. Some of the differences, there is no pitch count. It's 7 innings instead of 6 innings. The substitution rule is out the window. There's no. What a nice play. Justin Jennings, who's had a nice tournament as well. Matt Smith jumped on the first pitch, drilled it, looked like it might be a base hit. And Justin Jennings, sliding and diving, picked it off the grass, did a little somersault, and came up, showed the umpire the baseball. That's an outstanding defensive play. And it gets Lynn out of a little bit of a situation. So both teams leave base runners. Neither team scores. We're right back where we started. Lynn nothing, Peabody nothing at the end of 1. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Lynn as we start the top of the second inning. Kyle Doney, the catcher, leads it off. Takes it high for a ball. Doney, Mike Phelps, Gilmer Galva. The 3 hitters for Lynn here in the second inning. Lynn threatened, bases loaded, and he bounced to hit the ball hard, but right back to the pitcher for a 1-2-3 double play. Got him out of the inning. Galva after 2 strikeouts, gave up a walk and a hit, but then Jennings made a big-time defensive play out in center field to take a hit, possibly at least a runaway, maybe a long inning. Shot over the left fielder's head, all the way back to the fence. Into second base with a double is Donnie. So the Donnie family both have doubles. Lynn has another threat. Mike Phelps will be the hitter. Let's see if Lynn plays small ball here. Squaring to bunt. Takes the pitch for a strike. Third baseman is playing deep. They're going to let the pitcher field if there is a bunt on the right. Hit the deep shot. Long throw. Nice play by the shortstop. Matt Smith made a great play. He was out on the outfield grass and he throws Phelps out. It's not a sacrifice, but it works the same. Galva can help himself get a lead. He's up with a runner at third and 1 out. I know he wants a base hit, but he wants to put the ball in play and get that run home. Nice stop by the catcher, Howlett. Up and away for a ball. 2-0.
You don't know his girlfriend. There is no way she's having no control.
In for a strike. 2-1. Way high for a ball. 3-1. Galva will be fussy here. If he swings at this pitch, it's got to be one that he really likes and can handle. Way high for ball 4. So Lynn has a threat again. First and third, 1 out. Jaden Driscoll had a big game last night against Marblehead. He's done a nice job. He's made some plays in the outfield. He's playing left field tonight. He was a catcher for Pine Hill, and they got him playing the outfield. He's done a nice job. Pitch is high. They let the runner go to second base. That's the Phelps family getting in the way.
How are you, my love? Hi, my Julie. Oh, I love you.
Second and third, 2-1 the count. Lynn trying to get on the board again first. They were denied in the first inning on a big double play. Off-speed pitch drops in for a strike, and the count evens at 2. Get a good piece, get out in front of it, pulled it foul. So the count stays 2-2. Again, Driscoll looking to put the ball in play and get that run home. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's a big out. So 2 away for Justin Jennings, who made that big-time defensive play.
then I went outside and like I sweated.
In for a strike. Hit to right field, by the right fielder to the fence. Big 2-out hit by Jennings. He's going to keep going for 3. Great hustle. He kept going for a triple. Two-out Lightning puts Lynn on the board. Back to the top of the order, Ryan Emerald. He got a base hit leading off the ball game. He wishes now he saved it for this at bat. Up and away for a ball.
My mom made 2. She did? Yeah.
Awesome.
Hit foul off the fence protecting the Peabody dugout. Wide for a ball. 2-1.
Yeah. John put like lots of black on his. I like black, but not really on shirts. Unless they're like, I don't like
Way up and away for a ball. 3-1. Christian Figueroa on deck, hoping he gets a shot. Solid shot and a nice play by the pitcher. That's a rocket up the middle, and James Smith made a terrific. That's 2 big plays by the pitcher. That's normally a base hit, but the pitcher made a terrific play. But Lynn gets on the board with the big 2-out hit after a leadoff double by Kyle Tony. Jennings just a big 2-out hit. They almost had another one, but the pitcher made a terrific play. But they do get on the board. They got a double and a triple and a walk in the inning. And I'm stealing a run from Jennings. Got 2 RBI. I forgot the runs were at second and third. I gave him 1 run. They got 2. Now that I checked my score sheet. So Jennings' big 2-out triple gets him 2 runs and gives Galva a little bit of room to work with as we start the bottom of the second inning. So I talked about the differences. No pitch count, 7 innings. No substitution rule. You can sub if you choose, but you don't. It's not mandatory that the subs have to play an inning or get an at bat. And of course, the other big change is you don't have to, but you can bat 10. Not a designated hitter, an extra hitter. And both teams are using extra hitters. Pop up, a little too short. Catone, Galva, Tony all going for it. Wasn't hit high enough for anybody to go get it. This is try to change up, threw it high. Hit in the air to center field. Jennings covers a lot of ground. Picks that one off. 1 up, 1 down in the second inning. Zach Howlett, the catcher, is the hitter. Pitch in for a strike. Waved at that pitch that broke down and away. Waves at that pitch for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down for Peabody. Dylan Anisi, the first baseman, throws right, bats left. Down and in for a ball. In for a strike. Low for a ball. 2-1 the count. Get his money's worth on that swing and swung right through it. And we got deuce as well. The scoreboard says 1 out. There's actually 2. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in inning number 2. And Lynn is leading 2-0. Hit foul over the Lynn dugout. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Inning number 2. Lynn's got 2 on the board. So deuce is all over the place. Swing and a miss. 2 more strikeouts. Galvin can bring it. First 1-2-3 inning of the game comes in the bottom of the second. Peabody's down 1-2-3. We finished 2 here at O'Grady Field in this 36th annual Gallant Tournament. Lynn 2, Peabody nothing. Cherio Tolentino will be the new pitcher for Peabody. Smith is going to first base. They made changes all over the place. Christian Figueroa reached on the fielder's choice. Made it as far as third base in the first inning. He was the front end of that 1-2-3 double play that got Peabody out of trouble in the first inning. Slices it foul past first base. One, 2 the count to the Lynn shortstop. Down and away for a ball. Popped up behind first base, is going to go out of play. Count stays 2-2. Christian Figueroa, Josh Dorney, Nate Catone. 2, 3, and 4 for Lynn here in the top of the third inning. Looking to extend this tournament another game. Hit foul past third base. Lynn needs to win to make it a full-blown championship game tomorrow night. This is championship if Peabody wins. Chased the high pitch, swung through it. One of the few times I've got Christian out. So Smith went 2 innings, gave up 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 1, hit a batter. he gave up the 2 runs. Josh Stoney doubled. Hit a shot to the deepest part of the ballpark. 1 hop to the fence. Down and in for a ball. Lynn would have had a few more, but pitcher Smith made 2 nice plays on the mound. High in the air. It's going to stay high enough so the center fielder, Jake Jean-Pierre, can make the play.
Go, Nate. Pick him up, kid.
Nate Catone got hit by a pitch that loaded the bases in the first inning. Looked promising before the double play. Hit Solly the shot. Long throw across the diamond. They got him by a step. Another nice play. Matt Smith has got a rocket for an arm. He's playing very deep, and he got that ball over very quickly. That's an outstanding defensive play. So Galva had a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the second. Tolentino comes in and gets Lynn out 1-2-3 in the top of the third. And for Peabody, it'll be 9-10-1 in the bottom of the third. Galva will start his 3rd inning of work. Joe Sabildi, Chari Matarillo. Back to the top of the order, James Smith for Peabody. It's a very good Peabody team. They used to have 3 leagues in Peabody. They cut it down to 2. And one, I don't know if they go Peabody East, Peabody West. I know Peabody West. I don't know if it's Peabody East. But Peabody East had a good year. They went to the Final 4 in the state and just missed going to the final game in the state, which would have put them 1 game away from Connecticut. And then they combined with Peabody West for this tournament. So they're a good team, without question. We mentioned before, that's the reason for the different uniforms. Sabildi tried a bunt and missed it for strike 1. Took something off, sailed it high for a ball, 1-1. In for a strike, 1-2. Galva can bring it. He puts a little bit of mustard on that pitch. That looked like the hook. Swung right through it. 3 strikeouts in a row. 2 to end the second, 1 to start the third. Chari Monterillo. He's the left fielder. Takes the pitch for a strike. Got a piece, fouled it back quickly. It's 0-2. Low for a ball. Galva has that high stretch over his head, comes to the pause on the mound, like pitching from the stretch in the big leagues. Doesn't use a full windup. Good job by the pitcher helping himself. Little chop to third. Tough play. Grass slowed the ball down, but Galva stayed with it. If it goes to the third baseman, it's probably a hit. 2 up, 2 down. James Smith up for the second time. He bats right, throws left. He was called on his strikes, leading off the bottom of the first. Good fastball for a strike. Hit high in the air, it's going to go out of play. Off to the left side. Reaches for it, taps it to first. Donnie was looking like, what are we going to do? Am I going to take it? Am I going to get it? Somebody else going to get it? He finally, little excuse me, picked it up and just outstepped Smith at first base. So second 1-2-3 inning for Galva. He's retired 7 in a row. We've completed 3 here at O'Grady Field. Lynn with that big 2-run second inning, and that's the difference. Lynn 2, Peabody nothing at the end of 3. Jake Peterson leads it off, takes the pitch low for a ball. Jake Peterson, Kyle Doney, and Mike Phelps, the 3 hitters for Lynn in this inning. Wide for a ball. I had to emphasize Mike Phelps because his grandmother is sitting right next to me. They throw that one away. Matt Smith at shortstop, he's got that arm like a rocket. He's fired that ball over twice for outs. This time he throws it way over the first baseman's head. Three of the 4 innings, Lynn's got the leadoff hitter on base. Kyle Doney got a double, started the 2-run uprising, scored the first of the 2 runs. Hit foul. Quickly 2 strikes. Kyle is the catcher, and a very good one. He's one of the many 11-year-olds. Off the pitcher's glove. They just outstepped Peterson at second base. Smith off. Doney hit it well. Pitcher got a piece of it and deflected it right to the shortstop, and they were able to get the play at second base. Mike Phelps, the extra hitter, grounded out short to first. Hit foul out of play. 2 quick strikes. Wide for a ball. Hit in the left field for a base hit. And the Phelps family goes wild. So Lynn again with base runners. First and second, 1 out. Galva, the pitcher, he walked and scored. In for a strike. Waves at that pitch for strike two. Swinging strike three. Jaden Driscoll will be the hitter. He struck out swinging his one trip. Wide for a ball. Low for a ball. 2-0 the count to the Lynn left fielder. Plays his baseball at Pine Hill. Down and in, it's 3-0. And that's ball four. So for the second time in 4 innings, Lynn has the bases loaded. Justin Jennings got a big 2-out hit to knock in the 2 runs. Just the difference in the game. He's got an opportunity again. Pops it up. It's going to go out of play. He also made a terrific catch in center field. With 2 outs runners going, it would have been at least 1 run. If it skips Palm, it probably would have been 2. Nice stop by the catcher, Howlett. Hit in the right field for a base hit. Another big 2-out hit by Jennings. Dorney scores his second run. They hold Phelps at third. The bases are still loaded for Ryan Emerald, who got a base hit, and he hit a rocket up the middle that the pitcher at the time, Jay Smith, picked and threw him out at first base there in the second inning. And that was with runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss quickly, it's 2 strikes. Facing Tolentino for the first time. Down and away for a ball. We're going to miss for strike 3, but Lynn gets another one on another big 2-out hit by Jennings. We're halfway through the ball game. Lynn has added to the lead. They now lead at 3-0. Do you ever heard extended the inning? 2 big hits. Again, a walk hurt. It didn't score, but it extended the inning. Allowed Jennings to hit, and he got the big 2-out hit. He's knocked in all 3 runs, and both of his hits have come with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th will be 2, 3, and 4 for Peabody. Jerry Tolentino, who is now the pitcher, he was the second baseman. And Galvin will start his 4th inning of work. He gave up an a walk and a hit back-to-back and with 2 outs in the first. Got out of it on a great play by Jennings in center field.
More than $1 worth, I guarantee you.
And Peabody hasn't had a base runner since. 7 in a row retired so far. And he's basically imitating what he did in his first game. Again, this is the 36th annual Gallant Tournament. It's been played here at O'Grady Field, 34 of them. They had to move it to Beverly the last 2 years while they refurbished the field because it was kind of falling apart. They did a tremendous job in this field. And now they got it back where it belongs. The Gallant Tournament, named after a terrific gentleman. Tolentino, the pitcher, was called on the strikes his first trip. It's a foul out of play. Try to throw that little off-speed hook. Sat high, stayed high. That's going to drop in for a base hit out into right center field. So Tolentino gets Peabody started in the 4th inning with a base hit.
Now batting the left fielder, number 11, Jean-Pierre.
Jake Jean-Pierre. Waves at the first pitch. He walked his first time up. Made it to second base on a base hit. Jennings made his big hit in the outfield to end the inning. Two quick strikes. Nice pitch by Galva. That had a little bit of mustard on it. Call, third strike. Good pitch. Alex Jackson, the extra hitter. He had the only hit against Galva initially. It bounced back to Dawn. He almost had a shot at throwing the runner out at second base. Tolentino's in ahead of the throw. So a runner in scoring position for Peabody with 1 out. In for a strike. 1-1 the count. Bails out on that pitch. It was way up and in. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Bounced back. They couldn't handle it cleanly to make the throw, and then the Hovey to throw was a little bit low, and Tolentino ends up at third base. They bounced back nicely. Looked like they were going to have a play, but they just had a little bit of trouble handling the ball. Waves at that pitch. They'd love to have a strikeout here. Solid shot into center field for a base hit. That was a rocket. Well, Jackson's got himself an RBI. Peabody's on the board. Brings a little conference out on the mound. That was a rocket. Right over the mound, right over second base. So those two wild pitches enables Tolentino to score the first run, get Peabody on the board. And they've cut into that deficit. It's now 3-1. Rich Avery out to talk to the troops. Smith had made a couple of real nice plays at short. He threw one away that cost him a little bit, but he made two great plays. Nice stop by Donnie on a pitch in the dirt. He hit the base hit, or looked like a base hit. Jennings took it away, picking it off the grass with 2 on and everybody running. Hit foul out of play. Hit foul again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Call, third strike. Nice pitch. Two-way.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 9, Mason Quickstein.
Scott Cabral is the hitter. He went in to play second base. Waves at that off-speed pitch. Hit in the air. There's Jennings again. Got a good jump, got to it and made the play. He's been outstanding. Looked like it might drop. He got a good jump, got to it, made it look easy. But Peabody gets on the board. The base hit, the 2 wild pitches, and then the big hit by Jackson. We've completed 4 here at O'Grady Field. Lynn's lead now is 3-1 over Peabody at the end of 4. We're at the 5th inning. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Lynn. Christian Figueroa, Josh Tony, Nate Catone. He has reached to the fielder's choice. Last time up, he struck out swinging. Takes it wide for a ball. In for a strike. 1-1 the count. High for a ball. Scoreboard operator is taking a vacation this inning. Popped up. First baseman Tyler Santos makes the play. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting the first baseman, number 12,
Josh Doney has doubled and flied to center field. Very nice play by the shortstop. Smith has been outstanding at shortstop. Boy, he is a player. He went way to his left. That was going into center field for a base hit. He robbed Donnie of a hit. 2 up, 2 down for Nate Catone. He got hit by a pitch and grounded out short to first. Smith threw one away at first base in the fourth, but other than that, he's throwing bullets over the first base and has been outstanding. That was a great play he just made. And he almost made another great play. He made a great play stopping that from going into the outfield. And he would have had him at first base. He hurried to throw and threw it way over the first baseman's head. Looked like he was going to make another great play, but he threw it way over the first baseman's head. Jake Peterson bounced in a 1-2-3 double play. Reached on an error. To the backstop.
Go, Jake. Bring him home, kid.
In every inning but the third, Lynn has had a runner in scoring position. And they got one again. And they're looking for a little more two-out lightning, trying to get that run back that Peabody got. High for ball 4. Second walk given up by Tolentino, who was in his third inning of work. Kyle Doney doubled and scored, reached center fielder's choice, and scored. High in the air to short left field, going back. And James Smith calls the shortstop off and makes the play. Looked like there was going to be a little bit of confusion. It might drop. And the shortstop just gave way to Smith, who made the play. So Lynn leaves a couple more. The error and the walk don't hurt. We'll move into the bottom half of the fifth. Lynn holding on to that 2-run cushion. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for Peabody, as Gilmer Galvo will start his fifth inning of work. Again, this is the 36th annual Gallant Tournament, and it's Lynn trying to push it to the if necessary game. Lynn has got, they lost the first game of the tournament to Danvers. They've won 3 in a row. Peabody went through undefeated, so Lynn has to beat Peabody twice. If they hold on to this lead, they'll come back here tomorrow night and try to win. Lynn is, if they're not number one, they're not far off from winning the Gallant Tournament in 36 years. They've won it I think Lynn and Peabody are the two winningest teams in this tournament. So here we go with the fifth. In for a strike. Hit foul. This is Zach Hotlett, the hitter. Misses outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Call third strike. That looked like a little hook. He's got at least one in every inning. He got 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the third. Now he's got 1 in the fifth.
Baseman, number 24, Joe Keeper.
Joe Kika is the hitter. That one bounces it to home plate. Nice stop by the catcher, Kyle Doney. Took something off. He was way out in front. Swung right through it. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one goes to the backstop. And it's 2-1. Galva had retired 7 in a row before he gave up the run in the fourth. Hit right back to the mound. Nice play, helps himself. Second play he's made. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, number 9. I'm sorry. It's number 9. The right fielder, number 9, Scott Cabral.
Scott Cabral is the hitter here. He went in to play right field. That one goes to the backstop. Tried to throw the little off-speed hook and it stayed inside. That one's in for a strike. Who says that we have deuce as well? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah.
Here in the bottom of the 5th. Little tap right back to the mound. Nice hitting by Galva. He gets a strikeout and 2 assists.
Now, let's go.
5 more in a row retired by Galva. We've completed 5 full here at O'Grady Field. Lynn holding on to a 3-1 lead over Peabody at the end of 5. Mike Phelps will lead it off for Lynn. He's grounded a shot and singled his 2 trips. Hit foul out of play. Tolentino starting his 4th inning of work. Oh, 2 the count. Low and away, it goes to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The bug was in your hair.
High and away. Count evens at 2. So he had him 2 strikes. Now he's got to come with a pitch or put him on. As the count goes full, 3-2. The payoff pitch. just got a piece and fouled it off, and he stays alive. Lead-off walk. Phelps is on for the second time. We might be going to have a pinch hitter for Galva. Or a pinch runner for Phelps. One of the two. Galva's going to hit. It looks like Hernandez is going to pinch run. High for a ball. That one goes to the backstop. In for strike. Tucked under that one, it kind of goes full 3-2. Tech center him again. He was ahead of both hitters and he walks them both. So first and second with nobody out for Jaden Driscoll. And you got to think that Lynn would try to bunt the ball here. Punts it foul. So Jaden Driscoll, the left fielder, struck out and walked. Fouls the bunt off again. That takes the bunt off with a count 0-2. Call third strike. Good pitch by Tolentino. And here's the player of the day. Lynn's leading 3-1. Justin Jennings has got 2 base hits and he's knocked in 3 runs. They get one in the middle. They get Jennings for the first time. Jennings hit those 2 big hits to knock in 3 runs, and he made that nice play in center field, taking at least 1 run away from Peabody. They throw it down. They do the job. They get him, but the run scores. They sent Jennings. He did a nice job. He stopped. They got hooked up. The runner from third scores. So Lynn's got their 3-run cushion back. They sent Jennings. Peabody threw it down. Smith, the shortstop, got it. Jennings hesitated, got out of the rundown until the pinch runner, Jojo Hernandez, scored the run. And Lynn is back on top by 3. They squeezed over the run in the 6th inning. They worked that to perfection. And they lead it now 4-1 going into the bottom of the 6th. Peabody will have 10-1-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Lynn fans are happy so far. Lynn, I talked to some of the fans. I said, what do you think the odds would have been in Vegas that Lynn would be here in this game after losing their first game? They didn't look good. They made errors. They didn't get a lot of clutch hits. They scored 5 runs, but they were given a couple by Danvers. And they lost the first game of the tournament. And all of a sudden, they've won 3 in a row, outscoring the opposition 41-5 along the way. And now they're on top of Peabody 4-1. Looking to extend the season at least one more game. Peabody wins, it's over. Lynn wins, it'll be for all the marbles right back here tomorrow night. Good fastball for a strike. Two quick strikes. The public address announcer is letting us down because Peabody's using a lot of players, switching them around. He's not announcing the hitters. Chase that, try to golf that pitch. The runner is safe. They had, I think the catcher thought he caught it. He hesitated and lobbed the ball, and they just dropped the ball at first base. So Peabody gets a gift. They have a base runner. James Smith has struck out and bounced to first. So a big break. Galva had a strikeout. And he didn't know what happened. I think Donnie thought he caught the ball. He didn't know whether he had to throw the ball to first. The runner didn't go. They thought it was just an out. And then Peabody yelled for the runner to go. Lynn yelled for the catcher to throw the ball. He had to lob it over the runner's head, and the ball was just dropped at first base, and the runner was safe. Martinello will run at first base. Fishing wide is 1-1. This is the top of the order for Peabody. Fishing for ball 2. 2-1. Missing for ball 3.
Oh, 10.
3-1 the count. Couple of good hitters on deck. And that's ball 4. So all of a sudden Peabody has the tying run at home plate. Tolentino was struck out, singled, and scored the 1 run.
Now batting pitcher, number 7, Jeriel Tolentino.
Peabody looking to get back in it. Hit foul off the backstop. So a strikeout that reached and a walk. I put 2 on with nobody out. Last time they had 2 on was back in the first inning when they had 2 on with 2 outs. Couldn't get out of the inning. In for strike 2 at that little off-speed pitch. Swings for strike 3. That's a big out. He's got at least 1 in every inning. That's his 10th strikeout. He's got 2 in this inning. 1's on base. Jake Jean-Pierre has walked and was called out on strikes. Lynn needs an out someplace. He is a very good hitter on deck. High for a ball. In for a strike. 1-1. Goes to the backstop. They're going to move up. Going to have a little conference on the mound. The players, catcher calling the conference. Everybody squeezes in. Peabody would love to get these two runners in to make the 7th inning meaningful. Alex Jackson on deck has got 2 solid shots for base hits, and he knocked in the 1 run. Hit back to the mound. Out at the plate. What a play. They don't have to face Jackson with runners in scoring position. What a play. Doney to Doney. Outstanding defense. The strikeout that reached doesn't do any damage. The Doney family combined for the double play. Calvert did the right thing. He froze the runner at third, threw the runner out at first, and then Doney threw a strike. That's Josh, the first baseman, to Kyle, the catcher, and the family combines for the double play. Peabody doesn't score. Lynn holds on to a 3-run cushion. It's Lynn 4, Peabody 1 at the end of 6. Top of the order for Lynn as we start the 7th inning. Emerald pushes the bunt down.
Dig it out. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah.
Foul ball. I thought it was on the grass.
Thank you, John. That was definitely on the infield grass. I can see that from here. That's good, John.
Low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Do we have an instant replay?
High for a ball, 2-1. Almost a perfect bunt by Emerald. He beat it out easily, but just roll foul. On the inside corner for a strike, and it's 2-2. Emerald the single, bounced to the pitcher and struck out. His bounce to the pitcher was a hard shot that looked like a base hit, and at the time, James Smith was the pitcher. Tolentino was the pitcher, and took it away. No, it was James Smith, the pitcher, who picked it and threw him out. High for a ball, 3-2. So again, Tolentino ahead of the hitter. Now he's got to come in with a pitch. He walks him. Second in a row, he was ahead of the hitter and walked him to lead the inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 6, Christian Figueroa.
5 of the 7 innings, Peabody has seen Lynn get the leadoff hitter on base. Lynn is 3 outs away from getting their 4th win in a row and forcing an, if necessary, game coming back tomorrow. Peabody held back their number 1 pitcher today, so they'll have their ace going. Now we're going to get a new pitcher on the mound for Peabody.
Come on, Christian.
Christian Figueroa will bat against Tyler Santos. Nice, the bunt and fouls it off. That bizarre 6th inning ended greatly with that double play. The Doney families combining. It was the Doney families that on the strikeout, they kind of lackadaisically didn't throw the ball to first. And then when they did, they dropped it, and they're responsible for the base runner getting on base. So they paid their dues. They wiped out. Swing and a miss, he chased the pitch low. This is the first game in the tournament that Figueroa does not have a base hit or even multiples. He's having a lot of multiple hit games. Josh Doney doubled, fly to center, had a hit taken away by the shortstop. Smith has been outstanding at shortstop for Peabody. They hit the ball up the middle, going in the center field. He went behind the bag, got it, and threw Doney out.
Okay, go.
3-0 with Nate Catone on deck. That one bounces in, so another walk. This one by Santos. So Colantino went 4 1/3 innings. Gave up a run. 2 base hits. Missing inside.
Let's go, Nate.
Constantly gave up 2 runs that were earned. 2 base hits. He walked 5. He struck out 4. Chase, that pitch was down the dirt. He can't go. First base is occupied. So Catone is out.
Come on, kid, you do now. Let's go. Come on, Jake.
2 away for Jake Peterson. Bounced in a 1-2-3 double play. Reached on an error. Walked. He's been on base twice. Low for a ball. Emerald was bouncing around, faking like he was on steal third base. Hit foul. Count evens at 1.
Jake. Go, Jake. Come on, once.
Low for a ball. Solid shot into left center field to the fence. They're waving the runner home. There's the shortstop with that rocket arm.
Nice
Peterson gets a double. A solid shot. Amaral scored easily. Josh Tony got the third, tried to score, and the only one in the ballpark that could have thrown him out was the shortstop. He's got an arm like a rocket, and I think we might see him on the mound tomorrow if this holds up. Lynn 3 outs away from forcing the if necessary game. It's 5-1 Lynn moving into the bottom of the 7th inning. Alex Jackson has got 2 of the 3 hits that Galva has given up. The last one he got a rocket into center field for a base hit, knocked in the 1 run. So he's 2 for 2 with knocking in the 1 run for Peabody. Missing for a ball, 1-1. Lynn 3 outs away from their 4th win in a row and extending the season 1 more game tomorrow. Down and away for a ball. 2-1 the count. Chase, that pitcher was way out of the strike zone. He needed about a 9-iron to hit that one. Counts even at 2. Missing down and away, and the count goes full. 4, 5, and 6 for Peabody here in the bottom of the 7th. They need 4 to stay alive. That's a big out. This time they throw him out.
Now batting the shortstop.
11 strikeouts. Galvin, that's a big hitter going down on strikes. Matt Smith looked like he got a base hit and an RBI, but Jennings took it away in the 1st inning. Last time up, he was called out on strikes. He was the starting pitcher. He's on the hook for the loss because he was losing 2-0 when he was replaced. Just got a piece and fouled it off. 2-1 the count. Hit the shot. Nice play. Figueroa. Sidoni. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting the left fielder, number 9, Mason Dixon.
Go, third out, who wants it?
Scott Cabral. But up once and fly to center. In for a strike. Galva trying to finish his 2nd straight masterpiece here in the tournament. He's been outstanding.
Come on.
Nice pick at first base. Catone cut it off. It would have been a base hit if it goes to shortstop. He picked it off, and Doney made the great pick at first base. So 1, 2, 3, 7th. And Lynn wins their 4th in a row, and they force an if necessary game tomorrow for all the marbles, they give Peabody their first loss of the tournament. Lynn got really all they needed in the second inning. Kyle Doney, the catcher, led off with a double, went to third on a ground ball by Phelps. Galva walked, stole second, and Justin Jennings, a big 2-out triple to knock in the 2 runs. It was 2-0. They had a run in the fourth, an error, a fielder's choice, a base hit by Phelps, a walk, and another big 2-out hit by Jennings made it 3-0. Peabody got one in the fourth. Tolentino's got a base hit, went to third on 2 wild pitches and scored on Jackson's base hit, and that was their 1 run. Lynn got a run back in the 6th. Phelps walked. Jojo Hernandez went to run for him. He went to second on a wild pitch, a walk, a fielder's choice. First and third, they tried a double steal, and Jennings did a great job, got hooked up between first and second, and gave the pinch runner Jojo Hernandez enough time to score the run. That made it 4-1. They got another run in the 7th. Amaral walked, went to second on a second walk after a strikeout. Jake Peterson lined a double into left center field for 1 run. Smith, the shortstop, made a great throw to knock the runner down at the plate. But they got the 1 run to make it 5-1. And that was the final score as Lynn wins for the 4th time in a row. And they force the if necessary game back here tomorrow night against Peabody, who now has 1 loss as well. For Lynn, Amaral had a base hit, a walk, and scored a run. Figueroa made that nice play at short, played very well. Donnie had a double, had another hit taken away, had a walk, was on base twice. Gatone got hit by a pitch, reached on an error, got on base twice. Peterson was on base 3 times, an error, a walk, that big RBI double. Kyle Doney had a double, reached on an error, scored twice. Mike Phelps had a hit and a walk. Jojo Hernandez running for him, scored a run. Gil McGalva drew a walk twice, scored a run. Jaden Driscoll had a walk, played well in left field. Justin Jennings was the star of the game. He was up the first 2 times, had a triple, a single, knocked in 3, made a big-time defensive catch in center field, robbing Smith of a base hit that would have knocked in runs. So he was outstanding. And Galva goes the distance, gives up 1 run, 3 base hits, walked 2, struck out 11. He gets his 2nd straight win, his 2nd straight masterpiece, and he keeps Lynn's hopes alive for a Gallant Championship trophy. They're now 1 game away. Nobody would have thought about it when they lost the first game of the tournament, but they've won 4 in a row. They're playing outstanding defense. They're hitting the ball well. They're getting very good pitching. And now they'll put a little bit of pressure on Peabody now. No pressure coming in today because Peabody only had to win 1 out of 2. Now Lynn gets the win. Now the pressure comes a little bit on Peabody because they got to win tomorrow after going undefeated up until this game. So Lynn pulls it off. They win it by a score of 5-1 over Peabody. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.